What's up everyone, MK Tom Brady here, and in this video I want to talk about some game files that were found in the actual Mortal Kombat 11 game that confirm not only 2 DLC characters, but also go on to confirm possibly another expansion besides a possible combat pack to be released in the future. So this one gets very interesting. So a very well-respected data miner, you guys all know who this is, for the most part, if you follow this type of stuff. A very well-respected data miner found some really interesting files in the actual game. So here we see, it says, now, first of all, just to go over some more credibility of this person, when all those leaks came out last week, the very first person to say, you know, it's not true, those characters are not, you know, combat pack, DLC, etc. This is who it was. But digging into the files, look what we've actually found in the game files. Proof that Mileena is in the game. We see that Mileena gear is in the game. Now, for those that want to be naysayers here and say this proves nothing, maybe it's new gear for a friendship, let me just tell you that if this character has no chance of being in the game and is not in the game, they're not going to upload customizable gear for you to customize your attire just for the way an NPC, who's not even an NPC, it's just a character that appears in a friendship, to look different. That's not going to happen. This is almost definitely proof that Mileena is in the game. I'm going to go ahead and say it's confirmed. Mileena is in the game in a future combat pack that should be coming soon. And really, this is good news for a lot of the Mileena fans out there, because it seems like all through Mortal Kombat 11, Ed Boon has trolled the bejesus out of the Mileena community, and it looks good that they finally get Mileena in the game. So finally, Mileena fans, all your hardships of sticking it out have been rewarded, and it looks like Mileena will in fact make an appearance in Mortal Kombat 11 as an actual playable character. We move on to the next character, and this is really interesting. So when Ed Boon was going over Boon's clues, right? In showing like, oh, here's an actual clue of what's coming in Mortal Kombat 11. The very first one was, hey, in this Queen song, Bohemian Rhapsody, the chorus, you know, look to the sky and see, there's an actual clue. Well, if it's raining and you look up in the sky, you're going to see rain. This, in my opinion, confirms this to me. It confirms the clue. It confirms rain. Not only do you see rain voice files in the game, but if you go here, you actually see gear for rain in the game. And a character that makes no appearance in the game is not going to all of a sudden have files added for gear and voice files if there's no way they're going to put them in the game. But here's where it gets really spicy. The next combat pack is called Gotti 2, G-O-T-Y 2. And Aftermath was called Gotti, just G-O-T-Y. Does this confirm story DLC? And in here we see, again, more reference to kind of like rain stuff, rain gear, etc. But it also says DLC Gotti 2 characters. Does this confirm just a combat pack? Does this confirm more story, like an expansion? Like, what is this? Is this just actual like an expansion or just another combat pack, etc.? And also, I've also heard a rumor of Rambo to be the third character, which would make sense. Not Rambo, but 3 characters. Aftermath gave us 3 at once. This is probably going to give us 3 at once. That makes sense. That kind of fits in with the way they've been doing things. And everyone was thinking, okay, you know, MK9 was Freddy, MKX was Jason and Leatherface. This game is going to continue that theme and have Michael Myers and, you know, Ash Williams, etc. But they've put in characters in games that were not just horror people. They've put in Predator and Alien, and now we see RoboCop. And I guess they can kind of throw in Rambo, and that would kind of fit in with the RoboCop theme in some way. And I could see that, although that has not yet been substantiated. At least I have not seen it if it has. But so here's the real question. This is obviously exciting, and it's good that we have news like this, because the last video we covered some leaks, but besides the video of the voiceovers from MK movie Raiden, MK movie Sonya, MK movie Johnny Cage, there was no proof besides that there was any other new content. So we say, okay, there's probably those respective skins and voiceovers in the game, but there was no proof of anything else. So all those characters, combat pack, nada, nothing, no proof. But now we do. Now we have proof of Mileena. Now we have proof of Rain. Now we have proof of another combat pack, and possibly it could be an expansion as well. If it is an expansion, does that mean story, gameplay, both? Does it mean... Now here's what we want it to mean. We want it to mean a Wi-Fi filter. So let's just hold on. Before I get into what I want it to mean. If they just give us 3 new characters, some skins, right? And maybe even a new story, kind of like Aftermath. And let's say they throw in a Wi-Fi filter because they're feeling generous. Is that enough for Mortal Kombat 11 to survive? Hell no. For 30 days? Absolutely. Absolutely. For the next 30 days, MK11 will be on fire. And then on day 31, we'll be right back where we are now, talking about Fatal Blows and the wake-up system and Breakaway and the variation system being very lackluster and the lack of freedom and creativity in the game, and we'll go right back to where we are, because while certainly adding these characters will pump a little bit of life into the game, it is simply a band-aid over a greater problem. Besides the Wi-Fi filter, and I'm sure they'll add things to the crypt for single-player stuff and, you know, do some cool tower stuff to add to the fluff and guff they put in the game. Even if they just Wi-Fi filter, tweak the wake-up system, tweak Fatal Blows, tweak the breakaway system, still not enough. Those are huge issues. But at the core of the game, the problem is people are bored. There is not enough creativity in how the characters are played, not enough creativity in how the variation system is put together. Not only does the game need DLC, which really it needs the gameplay changes more so than the DLC, but the DLC is always awesome. It needs more moves added to the variations expanded upon, as far as like the creativity and depth in the 3 that we have, not a 4th. We need a ton of moves to be added. A ton of moves that are not just in the game, moves that need to be added to the game and added to the variations. And we need a lot of the moves in the game to be completely reworked and do something else other than what they do. Maybe a small property change, maybe a big property change, and how the move functions, fast it is, slow it is, minus it is, how safe it is, maybe it should be more unsafe, etc. We need a whole bunch of changes. So while this is great news to know that we're getting something, it's really not all the news we're looking for. We're looking for more. It's a great start, and we're very hopeful that along with this news comes more news of the gameplay changes. I would expect to see a trailer very, very soon confirming the DLC characters. And after the trailer, I would expect to see an announcement about here's going to be a combat cast, and they're going to start discussing not just the characters, but the gameplay changes as well, if there are any, and hopefully there are, because they are much needed. Now, if we get all of this, MK11 will explode and live for quite a long time. If we get the short end of the stick, the game's lifespan will match the short end of the stick. But I'm very hopeful and optimistic that not only do we get new characters and skins, but we also get major gameplay changes. Hopefully as close to an overhaul as possible, because I think we all are looking forward to that, because I think we all think the game needs something like that. But let me know what you all think in the comments. What do you guys think about the DLC characters? What are you expecting as far as, is there going to be an expansion to the story? What are you hoping to see? Gameplay changes, new story additions, Wi-Fi filter? Are there any other characters you want to see? What do you think about the characters that we know about right now, etc.? I want to know what all you think. Let me know in the comments below. As always, thank you all so much for all your support. Each and every one of you are absolutely awesome. And thank you so much for taking the time to watch my videos. And I'm going to keep covering this as we get more information, as there's more proof, videos, etc. Whatever comes out, I'm going to cover it. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.